bring opportunity into your life if you're locking yourself in to that. Some of you are that locked into that gang and that group that you don't even acknowledge other individuals or say hello or let on. You're that gone. You in that little gang is preventing you from experiencing this whole world. That's the point I'm making. You're putting yourself in a position into a world that's very slimy, very manipulative, very secretive. Do you understand? You're cutting yourself off from a massive network of individuals that could make you and your music, if you're a music artist attached to a gang. You need to understand, if you're doing your music but just aligning yourself to this vicinity and this culture and this group, you're basically cutting yourself off to 80% of your opportunity. Snapped out of it. Half of you have never been out of Liverpool, that's how locked in you are. 80% of you from gangbangers have not been out the city. You don't even know what life's like. You're locked in on your estate, stuck like that. Break it. Snap out of that fast, like, because you're sacrificing opportunity on top of opportunity in your life. Official Scott, have a beer, lah. You carry on chatting. You had no exposure for what you were doing in that supported accommodation. I'll give you a quick insight into it, eh? I'm in this supported accommodation. You've got this hermit on the ones. It's got 3 floors. I'm in the attic. Right next to the kitchen, you've got this room, and in this room, you've got this suspect. He's not moving. Pops his head out his room. Overweight, scruffy beard, pissed every night. So me being me at that time, that frame of mind, I start encouraging him to get out of his bedroom every morning. Start convincing him to get out the door and go for a walk every morning. And he does. He starts getting out his room, starts getting a shower daily, starts going for a Toby down around the park. You know, this once depressive kid who wouldn't speak to no one in the house or laugh is now sitting out his room watching telly, cracking jokes and having a buzz and eating food with me. This is where I've got him to. So now there's a room come available in the loft. There's 2 rooms in the loft. I've got one. The other person's moved out. So I've told him, dive in there, lad. Right next to each other. My door's open for you if you get a little bit messy or depressed. Come in when you want. That's how it was. So it was like an open door policy for us. You can just push the door open, come in my room, and I can just push his door open and go in his room. One day I've just pushed his door open, gone in the room, he's got his knees to the floor, he's got his pants to the floor, looking out of a skylight. Playing with himself, looking out the skylight. And I've just went, whoa, what the f*** are you doing? And because he's a little bit whatever, he's gone to fit. And I've gone to the window, the skylight, and the house facing is student accommodation. It's like a house with 3 students in it. And that front room, there was always a bird in there, lying on a bed in a nightie, on a laptop. This was doing a dirty deed over there. Wow. You can imagine, can't you? I never done nothing to him. Just let it be known, mate. You dirty little scumbag. Don't come near me. And then from there, he developed like a little hateful streak towards me. So I've bailed out of that gaff, being on a little journey round there. And then again, I went to another gaff and he was there as well. Now I'm padded up to the, and this is no, now I'm locked, my bedroom is next door to his bedroom, and these gaffs, they're like cardboard. I can hear going hell for leather every night, so I'm having to bang on my wall and go, yo, pack that shit in. So he starts crying to the owners, I'm getting picked on, he won't let me just live my life. No, you're not getting picked on. I can hear you abusing yourself on a regular, kid. So I left him there then, jogged on, left him, got this, I'm out of here. Went to a different gaff. And now all he's done is stalk and troll me. And he's just stalked and trolled me there again. I didn't know he's been coming in my lives till my bird told me yesterday. You know that suspect from there, there and there, he's been coming in your lives. And he's letting on to you. And you're letting on to him. I didn't know. I'm just being polite when people are coming in. And you know when like Emily's coming in, what's happening Emily? Yes DJ, yes Oliver. I'm doing this with this cunt. Videos and everything, got a backlog of information on him. Because he was one of them. I've done a podcast with him, and I've got an hour podcast with the kid. I've just started my podcast, I've landed in this house, he's going through an experience, before he done the madness. And I said, you know what? You'd be good to have an interview, people will be able to relate to your story, what you're going through and that. So I've got the podcast, and I put the questions to him on the podcast, you know, about his mad little ways. Anyway, there you go. Don't come in here again, Scott. Moral exposure. You won't be able to fucking walk around. You're probably doing it in the house you're at now, aren't you? But he was messed in the head. So, whether you like it or not, I should have weighed the cunt in. You know, when I've walked in, he's doing that. You know how it is. You should have thought. I felt sick, mate. I felt sick, mate. I'm walking off it now, just thinking. Yes, Michelle Stephen, Jim Grived. What's that say, lad? Jim Gravde. Jim Grived. Yes, Bradley, lad. You know that, Mitchell. But he's one of them, like, he's just been possessive with me and obsessive with me since this Scott. I've had people ringing me, I'm with you, mate. Scott had my number from years ago. He's been to people saying, he's my mate. No. I've got loads of people like that, lad. You know, just running around, infatuated with me because they're from the meds. Mazza Murphy, and it's not always good, you know, they're deep, mate, they troll you. Even when I'm in the house with him, this is how I found out he was me troll. I'm not lying to you, lad. I got on him being me troll. Went down, gives a look at your phone, and there he was, trolling me. And he hasn't stopped, you know, screamed at him. Because he doesn't realise the trolling does damage. So look, you know, if I wake up today and I think, right, Lancaster Bomber, I'm going to wreck your head all day, and I'm just got accounts ready and I'm prepped for it, and I'm just boom, 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 bombarding you, ripping your children, ripping your bed, saying your ma's this, all that, you know, the bit that chat. It's mad, mate. You just a rascal back, are you? Can't be arsed with these Fitzy 2022. Look at the kippy, lad. How dare you come in here and say chat, lad. Look at the state of you, mate. Look at the state of you and your beard, mate. And you're telling me I chat. I can just tell by looking at you. You live like you look like, and you definitely chat, don't you? Defo Fitzy. I hope you're part of that family of Fitzys and not the decent Fitzys. You know, the Fitzgibbons, I hope you're a part of that scumbag bloodline. Explains a lot about your features. Know what I'm saying, people? Says a lot about your features, mate. Used to bang your sister when I was 17. Laura the slapper. Used to come to Anfield and get totaled by everyone. Dosed up and got jogged on. Get back to your Collins, you little slapper. Yes, North End of 2021. Rhiann, Callum. These all know, don't yous? Yes, Jason, Gym Fitness, Salfordian, total lad, like a write-off he is. How are you, Jason? Are you cool? Kyan, Sean, Layla, Ellis Brookers. Woody D, Frankie, LC, Nathan, Cammy, Nicky Lund, Tom Parsons. Where have you gone, Fitzy, la? Is your nana still in jail thinking she was a gangster? Yes, still Stephen. Imagine your ma going to jail, la, because you're thinking you're a gangster on. That just shows you how much of a gang of dickheads they was. Speaking about all sorts of swag in your house. The first thing you do is not chat in your house. Honest to God, you know, when you're in that world, there's just standard basic procedures that everyone lives by. First thing is, do not chat about graft in your house. It's probably bugged up. That just gives you an example, the quality of criminal you're dealing with. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So like when you see these kids getting life off for murders for this notorious gun crime in your city, when you look at the true facts of the case, the soft cunt used his own phone, never burnt his clothes, kept the bike he done the murder on, and that gives you the sort of idea of what the f*** you're dealing with there. Do you understand what I'm saying? They haven't got a clue. None of them. They're just running around Blazo, letting a shot off, hoping they get away with it. They haven't got a clue, honest to God. And look at them. Yeah, look at Cashman. Everyone's been labelling that Cashman a naughty hitman in the city of Liverpool since I've been in jail, you know. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Is like, you've got a serious hitman there that lost his emotions and killed a kid. Very calculated, cold killing spree, wasn't it? An emotional, weak, fucked up pothead. That's what you're looking at. No big serial killer, no big decent hitman. An immature, emotionally weak up young shithead with a firearm. That's all you had there with him. And everyone before him that went to jail doing the same sort of violence. All insecure, weak, up, pot-smoking rats who can't control their emotions. You dint their ego, you call them a knobhead, call his bird. He's running for his gun. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? That's what you're dealing with. They're not cold, calculated killers like we were bred. I've had nightmares if you give someone a headshot up close, them rats, mate. Trust me. They wouldn't know what to do when they seen the life drained from the body. Yes, Layla. Dill Stephen. Kimmy K. You wouldn't know what to do. You'd have him on the floor ready to take his head off and panic, wouldn't you? You're not cold, lad. Not calculated. Just a weak, immature piece of mate who's smoking weed, thinks you're mad. Probably smoking crack to go out and do your games. Up little cokeheads. Need your devil just to go out and fire your firearm. You can't do it cold. You can't do it calculated. Do you understand? Half of them kids running around the streets like Rambo, they're from the crack and the cocaine. And that's what gives them that gameness. Without that, they're just weak little pieces. Yes, jail tales. I'm not hating on no one, I'm just telling you the true facts. Do you understand? That's just how it is. You've got people who have got a body count and you don't even know who they are. The kid's getting blamed for it. Do you understand? So you'll have some certified cold-blooded killer who'll just pop out in the middle of the night, ping, and get off again. No one will have a clue who he is. But Cashman will get thrown in the picture. And the whole city will go, Cashman's hit him. Cashman, da 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 da. He's just up. Move. Do you understand? And there's loads of them out there. Getting themselves 35 wrecks, trying to portray themselves to be something they're not. Simple. You know what it is? Simply, they've lost their identification and created a persona that's just not them. It's not them. Yeah, look, If that Cashman was any serious kid, he would have filled my chest up. If you go to someone's gaff with a firearm on you to have a meet, to have a sit down, to intimidate them or whatever, you're just doing them on the spot, aren't you? If you're cold, if you're there for the reason, you're doing it. You're not going to get there and crumble because I'm talking to you like you're a piece of... All of a sudden, you know, he must have had people shook of him for years, and every time he sat down with someone there, yes, Cashman, yes, Cashman. I just went, what? You cheeky little prick. Don't come in my house trying to tell me what to do. Get out. If he was any game thing, he would have pulled the 38 he had on him and filled me with it. He had a snub-nosed 38, a chrome one, without the hammer on it. You know, perfect. Boss. And I'm not lying, that's just, you know, that's it. Look at him, the little weasel. Sitting there, life's off now for killing a young child. That's what happens when you fake everything's up for you, mate. It goes wrong eventually. You can sit there lying through your teeth, and then one day the truth just goes whum and ruins you instantly. You know, if you're on them streets trying to think you're in gangster because your mate carries a gun, you think you're off your barnet because my man's got a gun on him. That's how you are in the head, kid. You know, when your mate shoots that gun, you're going to jail with him. Live restricted for some audiences. Live visibility restricted for some audiences. It's that time of day, people. Hey, got all the coppers on the lunch breaks. Got all the uniformed staff sat there, gathering intelligence. Peace out till 5 shout, people. See you later on this evening. 9, 8 o'clock I'll be back on, yeah? Keep it real as always. Choose a life, not a knife. Darren G. Protect the children. Protect the future. If you're dishing out crack to them women and kids on you, question what you're doing, lads. Think about who you're destroying. You're going to have kids soon. What type of estate do you want your kids to be growing up on? What people do you want your kids to be looking at? Do you want your children going to the shop, having some smackhead with no leg, begging life out of it for the dinner money? Because this is what's happening on the streets of Liverpool. You know, you've got school children giving their dinner money to aggressive beggars. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? Is this what you want your kid to get raised in? Do you want your kid going to school, seeing a drug dealer shot dead outside, big crime scene? Do you want your kid going to bed, but in the background you've got police sirens and gunshots and ambulances all over the gaffs? Is this how you want your child to be raised? That's what you need to understand. What are you leaving for the children? Ask yourselves, all you drug dealers, what are you leaving for the children? You're leaving a fucking mess, and it's horrible what you're doing. It's horrendous. I've been there. I've done that. I've dished them drugs. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't realise what was going on. I was conditioned by society. I was conditioned by government that this is us. This is the way we live. This is how life's meant to be. This is how us on our council estates exist in this world. It's thing not. Break the cycle that them want us in. We're killing each other. We're poisoning each other. We're burning each other's houses down. We're putting bladed articles in each other. We're murdering each other. We're getting each other life tough. It's not them. It's not their law. It's our law. It doesn't matter if you're on an estate in Glasgow, an estate in Salford, an estate in Anfield. Regardless, look what we're doing to each other. Just look around what we're doing. Look at the damage drugs has done to your estate since you've been dealing them. All I'm asking you to do is just contemplate and get in touch with what life's really about. And karma is real. You might get away with it for time. When you're 20, 25, 30, you've got a little daughter, boom, it can hit you in all mad ways. If it can't get you directly, it'll get you indirectly. Trust me on it. Stop peddling your because it's going to come right back to your doorstep eventually. The more victims, the more harm, the more trauma that you create, you're going to get hit with it in one shot. Do you understand what I'm saying? All that trauma, all them addictions, all that family breakdown, all them young kids going to prison on the back of what you've been doing. Don't think it comes back on you like, oh, you might lose your ring and then you might lose, your windscreen might get smashed. No, it'll come at you in 10 or 20 years, hard and fast and thick, murdered, lifed off. Something horrendous will just come in and go, boom, and hit you on the chin and you can't stop it. It's here now, it's called karma. If you don't want that coming, stop doing what you're doing and start putting goodness out there. Start doing good and put good out there and it'll all come back to you. Same, exactly the same, right? You get what you're giving out. Whatever you're giving out, you're getting back. Verbally giving out, you're getting it back. Physically giving it out, you're getting it back. You will get exactly what you give. Peace out. L5 shout, people.